Hey y'all, it's Umi Genevieve, based in Space Constellations on LSD. Thanks for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else and you decided to be here with me. So I always want to show gratitude, always want to show appreciation, always want to let you know that I'm happy that you're here. Yes. What's up? Happy Scorpio season. It's my season, y'all. I'm a Scorpio Sun, Taurus Moon, Scorpio Mars, and Pluto. You got that bad boy tatted. Yes. We in my zone, we in my area. So I want to talk about something a little spooky, right? I want to talk about vampirizing. I think it's very important that, especially if we're entering the cuffing season, we're entering the season where everyone feels like they would want to be in. They would want to, because this is a lot of what a lot of people may feel like the collective wants. They really want to be able to bring in tribes, bring in connections, bring in people that can give them value, that can give them resources. We're in Aquarius base right now. We're in the last two ending signs of Saturn Aquarius, going to Saturn and Pisces. So it's a big energy about collective coming together. It's a collective, finding their networks and the groups that they subscribe to, so we can make it out of this, this ending of times. That's why I feel like Saturn and Pisces will be a very spiritual time for us as a society. Yep. So I'm going to talk about that vampirizing. When you vampirize, Google the word, vampire, suck your blood, right? Because Aries, Mars is actually blood, Scorpio, and Aries energy. So a big basis is to harness, vampirize, take the blood of the other person, but in a more positive realm. God, give me a sign. So what's the sign? Like, what's your sign? Like, what is this energy trying to tell me? How can I harness the energy? How can I make the energy something more of a positive for me? And that's basically what it's about. Like, that's what really astrology is about, knowing people's energy to see how it meshes with yours, and just knowing your own energy in total. That's why when you know someone's sign or you know someone's planets, plug it in your world to see how you're receiving this lesson. Mercury and Jupiter is very important. Mutable energy in general in this lifetime is very important because it's the most active energy. It's the most consistent energy. It's supposed to learn consistency. Pisces, Virgos, Sagittarius, and Geminis. They struggle with consistency, so they have to learn it. So a big bulk of how we're marketed, how we're taught, is based under this anxiousness to do better, be better, act better. So really harnessing energy is very important. Harness that base. Learn from every interaction that you come into. Find a message in every interaction that you come from. It's very important you do that. That's just basically what I've been trying to do. So I don't get angry. I'm a Scorpio energy, I just told you. I'm gonna get angry, revengeful, just crazy. Just ridiculous, really. Just ridiculous. And that's why I'm trying to end that part of my platonic energy, where I get jealous, where I get revengeful, when I get angry. I hate it in myself. And that's why my daughter to be an exact plutonic dynamic with Saturn there. So she has Sun conjunct Saturn and Venus. I'm done. I'm done acting in ways that are not resourceful. If it don't get me paid and it don't get me laid, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So harness that energy. Harness that shit. Harness it. Go into your personal spaces. Figure out what that message that other person's trying to give to you. Like, boom. If they're a platonic energy, and take know your keywords. So find out the keywords of every sign that you know, every sign in the chart. And every time someone comes into your space, figure out what their keyword is trying to tell you so you could just win. You're a vampire. You're taking that before it takes you, especially if you're platonic, Mars and Saturn. So if you're a Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn or Aquarius, and Libra and Taurus, because of the opposition, that's their mirror, you are tried more than other people, and that's a fact. You're gonna feel like you have to defend your turf and protect yourself more than other signs do. That's why the most problematic people sometimes in workspaces can be Mars, Pluto, or Saturn people. Aquariuses, Capricorns, Aries, and Scorpios. Tauruses and Libras. A good chunk of them could be that. Because of the basis of really knowing that they are the most to be, you know, bullied, hurt. I cannot tell you how many sessions that I've had with Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Libra, Taurus dominants who haven't been assaulted as a child. As a baby, a kid being assaulted, abused, sexually abused, violated, lied to, stole. They usually come with these, or in the houses too matter. 8th house, 2nd house, dominance. 10th and 10th house and 11th house, dominance. There's some bases in your life where you're going to realize some sort of betrayal, embarrassment, just some basis where it comes from, you know, people's shame. Big basis there. So really coming into those energies, really coming and just vampirizing it. Vampirize, take that shit, take it. Don't let it take you, take that shit. Somebody comes in, if you're someone who really wants to win, you're going to ask God, give me a goddamn sign. And he's going to give you that sign. Sorry. I'm Mars and Pluto. So my mental master is aggressive. My mental master that's my mental master. Everyone has a different love language. I just know I'm a Mars baby. I even created Mars children. So I already know a big thing about us is we need that motivation. We need that. We're competitive. This is a competitive household, sports household, active household. We just eat a little good because we're also a Venus and a Jupiter household. So that's another base. So just knowing your environment, knowing your love language is so important. But harness it. God, give me a sign. And when the person comes in and you're like, hey, like, what's your sign? What's up? You can harness that base. And, you know, I feel like maybe if you're not mutable, you probably aren't really that close to it. There's formulas to astrology. I feel like if you're going to have Mars basis, you need mutable energy in your life. You need Sagittarius, Geminis, Pisces, or Virgos very close to your life if you're going to have these kind of planets. Because you're so aggressive and defensive, so you need an energy that still puts you in a student or service-oriented space. So you need them Virgo moons, you need them, you know, Pisces sun, like whatever. You need those bases because you're aggressive soul, but you come from things where you can be assaulted, abused. You may even come from, not even you're seeing a parent go through it, where there's an obvious power struggle or an obvious block. And you may feel like it comes from you. So it's very important that, you know, these placements have some sort of mutable energy around them. Let it be. And remember, it doesn't always have to be in your chart. It's all just the energy you surround yourself to. My mother always used to say to me, I'll tell you who you are if you tell me who your friends are. And that's a fact. That's why all friendship signs are air. Through someone's friends group, you can see where their mindsets are at. That's why the Gemini usually struggles with that the most. But Libra starts to get better. Aquarius solidifies that. Now again, things do have to go through levels and deacons. But Aquarius is usually solidify their friend groups through now being able to share resources with them. And now when you're that kind of person where you can build your friends, build the people outside of you, it's a different game. It's a different game. So just that basis there. But really understanding that, really harnessing, and just knowing what energies are around you and what the message is. There's a bunch of Jupiter energy around you, a bunch of Sagittarius, and just a bunch of Pisces. You need to leave state. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go back to school. It's time to, really push that business venture. It's time to go get certified in something. You know, if you got a whole bunch of Virgo energies in you, you gotta get something together. You gotta get some help. Get healthy. You gotta get more, clean. You just gotta get more, efficient. You just gotta get a little bit more on your shit. You gotta clean up your shit. If you got some Gemini energy in you, same thing, basis with Sagittarius. But now it's also asking you to focus on your children's education, to focus on your children's, or to focus on the dynamic too of siblings and what your relationship is with them. Now your immediates and how you're really communicating with the people in your immediate surroundings, where Sagittarius is telling you to go out there and meet people who now expand your surroundings, people you don't even know, people who are a little bit more different culture. You know what I'm saying? If you're meeting like, Scorpio energies, Taurus energies, is telling you need to get your money and your resources together. Start saving up, start manifesting, start getting into that root work, start trying to really figure out how you can maximize your resources. With Taurus, it's telling you to get up in your own shit. With Scorpio, it's telling you to see who you're surrounding yourself with, and what outside of yourself could probably bring in those resources. It's also learning to get your shit right, so you could be able to bring value and be able to be accessible to those spaces and to those people that can help you expand it. It's also placements too, and it's asking you to really check in your sexuality, your vulnerabilities, and really